Oh, hi. It's nice to see you here. My name's Federico. I'm a racing lover and a video game addicted. And in this video, I'll help you on how to start karting. So enough chatting, let's go! We all know this thing. Karting, it's a lot expensive. Just the chassis of a competition kart can cost around $4,000 to $6,500. But do not panic. There is always a solution to everything. Let's start by saying this. Karting is a sport for everyone, from the most young kids to the adult gentlemen. And the easiest way to have a karting experience are rental karts. Rental karts are very different by karts you might see on a race day or on streaming. But why is that? That's because they're incredibly safer than competition karts, and it makes everyone in condition to drive one. The difference between a competition kart and a rental kart can be simply noticed. First of all, rental karts are heavier than competition karts, which means the acceleration would be less impactful. Also, the engines are very different. Rental karts use a 4-stroke engine which can start with a rope you need to pull to turn it on, or otherwise they can just be electric. While competition karts have a 2-stroke engine which starts by pushing the kart forward, making the engine able to start, but also some of them can start up with just a button. Another difference is that rental karts have also this protection bumper all over the sides, making contacts less dangerous than with competition karts. The racing gear required changes a lot as well. Speed, action, and physical stress are a lot more elevated on a competition kart instead of a rental one. Your racing gear for rental karting can just be your normal outfit. There's no need to buy some suit or some special gloves. You could just go and have a nice session with what you are actually wearing. For some outdoor tracks instead, they will be more likely to lend you a racing suit, which you can use during the karting session. According to the net, a rental car session can cost around $10 to $30. It depends on your age, the kart you want to use, and of course, the session's time. I think this is something that a part-time job or even your allowance can do, I suppose. Let's say you're enjoying this a lot, but sometimes we want the battles, the pressure. We want to race. Everybody likes to have a race. So, it's all fun and games until competition kicks in. You want more to just have fun. You want to put yourself in game and challenge other drivers, which can increase your knowledge about racing and making new friends on the way. A rental place near my town does a lot of endurance races during the weekend. There are also incredible rental championships around everywhere. But also there are championships which are made more for having fun and learn about racing. You just need to put yourself in this and look around. Hey, even Formula 1 now is organizing something with rental cars. But here stuff starts to be a bit more expensive. If you want to have a race, there will be an entry tax. Almost every go-karting facility requires you to pay an annual membership of $7 to $8 to be able to race. Some places will also charge $1 or $2 extra for head socks. For multiple races instead, the pricing goes a bit down. In certain places, you can even do 8 to 10 races for $100 or $120. Some places might be a bit strict on safety, so they want you with a racing gear, but for some indoor races, it is not mandatory. I used to have a qualify day for the race the next weekend on electric karts. I was with just my jacket, no gloves, and my ordinary shoes. I saw people dressed up like they were racing in the World Superkart. I was faster than them, so do not be intimidated by that. After all of this, if you get bored about rental karting, you might consider buying your own kart. But here is what you have to know before considering buying one. Just over being expensive, go-karts requires a huge maintenance. About their engine, their tires, their chassis, their radiator, and also the oil mixture. which is the quantity of oil you need to add to your gasoline depending on how much fuel you put into your tank. You know, just to don't blow up everything. All the information you need to maintain your go-kart can be found on the net or even on YouTube with some explanatory videos. Another point to keep in mind is how you will transport your go-kart. If you have a kart which has enough space and you drive alone, you can disassemble the kart, like its plastics and its tires. Then lay down the back seat of your car and put everything inside of it. Or you can rent a van and then put the kart in the back and then drive to the racing track. You can also buy one of those trailers, which can be very practical to travel with your go-kart. You can also drive directly with your go-kart to your racing place, but I don't know how convenient that is. Over taking your kart around, we gotta find a place to keep it. It can be your garage, or if you don't have one, you can ask a friend of yours if he can keep your go-kart for you. And when you need to work on it, you can go to his place and do the work it has to be done. The places you can buy a new go-kart are on big tracks, which usually has a store, some private sellers, which are people who own a car but they want to sell it, or even online. For the very beginning, you can start with buying a used one, just maybe not too old and scrapped. Now let's talk about the racing gear. You can buy a cheap racing suit, which is enough to have access to the track. You also need a rib protector, which goes under the suit, a neck protector, a pair of gloves, and your own helmet. I also suggest to buy shoes if you can. As you can see, mine are pretty ruined. These go-karts are lighter, more aggressive, and easily dangerous if you cannot control them. This is why you need to consider that all of this takes to a more impactful physical effort, which is not to underestimate. A competition kart can reach a G-force around 2 to 3 Gs. That can seem quite small, but consider that it's just the half of the force that a Formula 1 drivers feel. Also, the steering wheel will be harder, which makes your arms and shoulders work more. So you need to have a minimum preparation for it and keep yourself in shape. Of course, karting is not just this, there's a lot more. But since this is a quick guide, I think I'll end it here. I hope this video has been helpful. So, thank you for watching. If you mind follow me on Instagram and subscribe to my channel, I would appreciate it. I'll keep doing content. I'm new here, so if you wanna support me, that would be awesome. See you next time and have a great day.